Ready to play, fellow gamer? I'm Kyle Peck, and this is Cyrex Productions. If you like my videos and reviews, please like and subscribe to Cyrex Productions, or you can follow me at facebook.com/KylePeck fanpage. At this very moment, we live in a decade where virtual reality is the next step towards evolution with technology. But what if you take that and every popular culture reference possible to put them into one single universe? Let's test that theory in my review of the culture-centric blockbuster, Ready Player One. Ready Player One is a live-action and animated sci-fi adventure based on the novel of the same name by Ernest Cline and directed by Steven Spielberg, where humanity in 2045 is poured into the worldwide virtual reality program Oasis, and actor Ty Sheridan as Wade Watts/Parzival races to find the Easter egg that can give any player total control of the world and inheritance of Oasis. Spielberg, who has now succeeded in releasing 50 years of filmmaking, brings in thoughtful mentalities of good-hearted positivity and dynamically eye-popping fun, including the pop culture reference fest that litters the film's writing and cinematic scope. Every part of the Oasis is so fully realized and well communicated that some of the development in its supporting characters, knowledge of its real-world dystopian city of Ohio, and overly basic linear plotline in finding an egg were sort of lacking in context, with some of it not expanding on various missing gaps and other info only being mentioned once before it's forgotten. However, these miscues ultimately do not hinder from enamoring over its crazily fluid, fast-paced action and impeccable creativity, along with a nostalgic, retro-infused music score by Alan Silvestri, especially when the film uses popular environments and very specific animated characters as part of the main story. Its cast, ranging from their acting to voice acting and to motion capture performances, are formidable and convincing across the board, including actresses Olivia Cooke as Wade's romantic interest Samantha Cooke/Artemis, and Lena Thwaite as Wade's best friend Helen Harris/Ake, racking the biggest coins as part of the main team of the High Five Gunters, or Egg Hunters. But Ty Sheridan as the protagonist and Hannah John Kamen as secondary baddie Finael Zandor showcase less emotion and more stiff movements in certain areas. Mark Rylance is captivating as the deceased Oasis co-creator James Halliday and the tall wizard Anorak, whom in real life created his clues out of the things he regretted not taking a leap of faith on. Simon Pegg as fellow co-creator Ogden Morrow and the curator takes a humble approach as a proper and upright guide with hidden finesse, and Ben Mendelsohn as Nolan Sorrento, the CEO of Innovative Online Industries, or IOI, is a strong antagonizing competitor who is willing to cheat to get his way. Lastly, while the film doesn't take itself seriously, several thematic themes of identity versus reality, friends versus competitors, and the moral ethics of power and satisfaction all play heavily into a decade thriving and pursuing for more virtual and augmented reality. But more than anything, the message of this game, as James Halliday himself says in the film, quote, "As terrifying and painful as reality can be, it's also the only place where you can get a decent meal, because reality is real," end quote. Overall, Spielberg's adaptation of Ernest Cline's novel really takes 200+ pop culture references and a good-feeling story to a whole new level, supplanted by an expert cast and crew, a virtual world-building experience, and a thrilling adventure for all players. I give Ready Player One 7 out of 10 stars. One more thing, I'll be performing in a musical called Gypsy by Stephen Sondheim at Missouri Street Theater in Fairfield, California, where its exact address is 1035 Texas Street. The story follows Mama Rose raising her two daughters, Louise and June, to be stars during the hardships of show business. Tickets range from $15 to $20 and can be bought at the door or online at MissouriStreetTheater.com. I'm Kyle Peck, and game on.